Good day, fine folk. How's everybody doing today? Huh? Oh, good. Okay. Couldn't hear ya. Doo, 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 doo. All right. So, end of October, we had our big Oktoberfest, big success. We're in the middle of fall. I just got back from vacation, well rested. Life is good. So, what are we going to talk about this week? This week we're going to talk about friends. Friends. So, friends. They're interesting people. They're really interesting people. Kind of like your loved ones. You ever find out the ones who love you the most sometimes hurt you the most, which is kind of contradictory. Sometimes with friendship, it's the same way. So recently, we on our vacation, we gathered with some friends that we hadn't seen in a long time, and they came down from Michigan, and we came across, and so we met together and renewed that friendship. Friendships are interesting things, and for many of our seniors, they have friendships that last a lifetime with many of their friends, and then they may have to relocate or move in with their children, and they lose that friendship physical closeness, but they're still available on the phone or letters or email or whatever the case may be. But friends are the older we get, the more important they become. I have one particular friend who lives out in Arizona that I have known for almost 50 years. Um, yeah, I know you're saying, oh, you don't look that old. Wow. Yeah, thanks. But, we could go months without communicating and then pick up the phone and boom. And that was always the funny thing that I noticed with my wife is that she could not talk to her friends in months, and they can reconnect, and maybe there's a difference between guy friends and girlfriends. Again, maybe for guys, I mean, maybe I haven't seen one of my friends for 2 years or talked to him in 2 years, but pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Fred, how you doing? Oh, hey, pretty good. How's things with you?" And okay, good talking to you. Goodbye, and then not talk to him for another 2 years. Um, but friends are important, and we've talked before about I know Mary here always likes my analogy of airports. There's arrivals, and then there's departures, and friends are the same way. We have friends that come into our life and then leave our life, but they're always connected, and part of that is the companionship of friends and our ability to not necessarily be like minded, because not all friends, some of my best friends are not like me. And those are some of the friends I actually like because they're not like me. They challenge me, they um, are just different than me. I don't like people who are like me. And I heard you're out there, you're saying, well, there is no one like you. Well, okay, but similar to me. I don't like people who are like me. I like people who are different. Yes, there are some things that I like, that I like. That's the whole point of friendship is similarities, but it's also the differences. And I got a friend here whose name is Terrence that I consider a friend. Yeah, we work together. We're work colleagues. I'm not the grand. What do you call that? The grandchild, not the grandchild. The godfather. Yeah, I'm not the godfather to his kids or anything like that, but I still consider him a friend. And a friend for me is just someone that I can always count on, always depend on. Doesn't always agree with me, but if I call it midnight and say, I need your help, I'll be there. That's friends. And so Terrence is retiring from the Council on Aging after almost being here for 5 years, and I'm certainly going to miss him. And part of that is the bonding ability that people can make as friends. And I think the thing for me is the bonding is people just a real friend is just someone who just accepts you for who you are, the good, the bad, the ugly, the silly. Um, and he and I just always banter back and forth, and he just takes me for who I am, and I just take him for who I am, and we accept each other's differences, and I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss that bantering and going back and forth, and many of our seniors, the exact same thing is maybe every week you and your friend used to sit down for coffee or a book club or a church club, and then you've had to move, and it's a loss. It's a loss. It's a hurt. Um, you know, Maybe it's just being a little overly dramatic, but a hurt's a hurt. And when friends leave, you're still going to be friends, but not seeing them every day or not talking to them every day. Um, that's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. So I'm a little sad today. I'm a little sad when we left our mountaintop vacation and our friends left, and but it always is really encouraging of really what is a friend, and when we leave, I look back and say, man, they're really great friends. And when Terrence leaves, I will say the same thing. He is a great friend. I said he is a great friend because he'll always be my friend. And your friends are always your friends. And just like my friend Steve in Arizona, he's always going to be my friend. And so we have that invisible, unending bond. And when you really think about it, what is a friend? A friend is a mutual trust, a mutual support of one another. Yeah, I don't agree with you. And I think a real friend sometimes is also um, honest. And I think that's where the trust part comes in, because I've seen friends who just say, "Oh, that's destructive behavior," and but I don't want to say anything to offend them. Well, it may offend them, but true friends will always know that I'm speaking from love, and that, hey, what you're doing is really not very cool, or hey, what you said, what you did kind of hurt my feelings. And that's what unending friendship is being trustful in one another, trusting in one another, supporting one another, and just being a great companion. And so think about your friends this week, and ask yourself, when's the last time I reached out to them? And I always used to say, even to my wife, I said, how come you're the one who always calls your friends and they never call you? And again, part of the friendship is there are just those friends who that's not their cup of tea. And even for me, sometimes I just out of sight, out of mind, and I don't think about calling my friend. Whether it be Steve or Peggy. I got another friend out there, Peggy, who I dearly miss, and they're always going to be my friends. I can always pick up the phone and start a conversation. And so think of your friends this week. Pick up the phone, give them a call. Say, yeah, well, we kind of had a falling. It doesn't matter if you had a falling out or not. Friends are friends forever. Pick up the phone, give them a call, tell them you miss them, keep in touch, and hopefully we have friends out there from the Council on Aging that are listening today, or call us or support us. We have a lot of friends who, when things are a little tough and we need some help, we pick up the phone and say, hey, John, we need some help. Boom, John's there. So go forth, my friends. Have a wonderful day, a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week, and we'll see what's new. Take care. This has just been Rich saying peace. Peace.